Alright, now we're in Crisis City as Classic Sonic. Now we're in the modern Sonic stages. We've already transitioned from the Genesis era to the Dreamcast. Now we're in the modern era. That's just peachy. Yeah. Yeah, and by the way, I love this remix of Crisis City for Classic. I love both versions of it when you think about it. I honestly think both versions are better than the original. That's saying a lot. Ugh, I hated playing Sonic 06, and I had to do 3 stories of that just to get that fucking game done. Yeah, I know that Silver's story was a little bit slow, but at least, you know, with Silver, you got it over with really fast. It was the first stage in the game. Yeah. Yeah, so for Sonic 06, Crisis City representing 06, it was a good choice. You know, it's obviously the third city stage. But I don't mind it because for Crisis City, what else would you want to represent? I mean, I guess Aquatic Base would have been nice. Maybe, Snowy Peak was gonna be a long shot because you're gonna have that godforsaken snowball segment. Plus, you need a fire stage to represent Generations. It's already bad enough you don't have an ice stage or a space theme. You know, so you might as well go with a fire theme. That's why. Man, I would have loved to see what Aquatic Base would have sounded like using classic instrumentations, because for a lot of these modern music, some of the classic instruments do work, some of them don't. Like for Planet Whist, it just sounded terrible, I'm not gonna lie. And unfortunately, that's the longest stage in the game for Classic Sonic, so we have to hear that it's just a bad remixing of Classic Sonic. Now for modern, it sounds pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, so right here is just platforming. We love the background that the highway's already destroyed. Yeah, and I like the fact that each stage has its own original enemies, and now we got the Fiery Tornado. It's a good thing that Classic Sonic is a mute character. That's another thing that some people were actually speculating, like they wanted really someone to voice Classic Sonic. I heard rumor, that would have been nice, you know. But at the same time, it's better if Classic is just a mute character. I understand, you know, Classic Tails had a voice too. But, nah, for Classic, no, just leave him as a mute character. It's kind of odd, he doesn't even say anything. You know, not even any, you know, and I like that, you know. Why not? Modern should be the only one that has a voice. Alright, so I gotta wait right here because that Fiery Tornado will damage us. Alright, we'll just wait right here, then we'll hit the spring. Alright. The whole city's on fire! It would have been a nice... It would have been... would have imagined how Roger Craig would have said that line compared to Jason Griffith. Probably wouldn't have gotten the same fan appeal. It's more funny when Jason said it, just cause. I understand Sonic 06 wasn't his best work, but it was just, you know, but you can't fault him for that. It's just bad dialogue by the development team and the bad game in general. You can't fault him for that. I honestly think that Unleash and Sonic and the Black Knight are his best works. And we're already done with Crisis City for Classic. Sweet! Alright, normally if you were Silver, this is where you were starting his playthrough. Oh, with Classic, we're just gonna break dance and go on to the next act. See you then! Alright, now we're in Act 2 of Crisis City with Modern. Hell yeah, and I love the opening of this theme so much. I love the remix of this stage so much. I honestly think Crisis City is my favorite remix of Generations. It's really damn good. I love Chemical Plant 2, but I honestly think Crisis City is way better. The instrumentation just sounds way better. in the original, it's still, you know, the original's nice and all, I get that, but this one just has better instrumentation because you use a lot of the violin, where in the original, it was kind of slow paced when you think about it, but it did have a sense of panic, so that's what you want out of a fire stage, especially a city stage that was set on fire because of the unfortunate events that happened with Iblis, so it kind of made sense if you're following the Sonic 06 story timeline. And unfortunately here, just like Sky Sanctuary, you really can't boost that much. You know, like we're in, you know, like the platforming is really, they put a lot of emphasis on platforming in certain stages. You know, but in some areas you can boost here and there, just use good judgment, that's it. Or if you memorize the level patterns, you can pretty much boost wherever you want. You know, I just like playing it safe here and there. Alright. Ah, I love it when that glass shatters. Normally this would be the second phase or the third phase of the original game. So that is a nice throwback, I do like that. Yeah. Another positive note too about Generations is there's no dialogue while you're playing the game. It's a nice little, I like that. You know, a lot of fans really did not like the fact that Forces kind of brought that back. You know, where characters actually say in-game dialogue as you're progressing. You know, it kind of just sounds unnecessary. You know, plus some of the lines could be a little bit cringe. Or some of them could be memorable, like, looks like Green Hill has turned into Sand Hill. You know, from Forces, which all of you really want that Let's Play. Oh god, I really do not want to do that game. You know, it's just that, it's a game where you just play it once, you never want to play it again. You know, that's it. You know, I play more of the adventure games than I play even the modern games. You know, but like I said, the only modern games I play recently is just Generations and Sonic Colors, that's it. Nothing else, at least for modern games. Because most of those other games have specific gimmicks. Alright, now we're in the home stretch right here, just boost and that's it. The only difference is you have no fucking debris hitting you while you're going forward. I always hated that section in the original. Where this segment right here makes more sense. Alright, just homing attack these enemies and there's your gold ring right there. Like I said, 06 was just, it's a game that really deserves a remake or a remaster. It really does. You know, if I were to use this engine or anything like it, I would love to see an 06 get remastered or a remake. I really do. Alright, I'll see you in the next area.